So after far too long, I am finally getting back to my 3MS build. There were a number of projects and events and things that got me kind of sidetracked, but I really want to get the 3MS up and running. And there have been a couple of developments that we'll talk about here before I get into the full build. I guess really the biggest thing is that there are now the 3MS kits. These were put together by Christopher Mattar, the developer of the 3MS. These are available through West 3D. A portion of sales goes back to Christopher to help fund further development of the 3MS as well as his other projects. So we'll take a quick look at this and then we'll look at the other big thing that's happened. So Christopher has done a great job with the packaging. He's got his own tape here. So let's open this up. We start off, we've got a card here with the QR code to go to his website. And I do want to point out that even though this is now available as a kit, this is still an open source project. You can go to the site, get all of the information, self-source this just like you would before. The kit is a great option if you don't want to have to chase down all of the parts, as well as knowing that if you purchase a kit, you are helping to fund development of Christopher's work. So to start here, everything is nicely bagged. We've got PTFE tube, ECAS connectors. There's some power cables, parts for extruders. Some fruit snacks for rewarding yourself or encouragement as you build. There is a standalone power supply. So if your printer isn't capable of easily supplying the power for the 3MS, you can plug this directly into the wall. Dig down in here. We have these BQ NEMA 17 stepper drivers. So these should have plenty of torque to be able to maneuver your filament through the filament buffer and to your tool head. And finally, the kit comes with an SKR Pico to control everything, which is pre-flashed with Clipper. So this is ready to go. All you have to do is connect this into your printer and then get the ID of the Pico, and you should be ready to set yourself up. So along with the kits, Christopher has also released STLs for printed parts. One of the things that I was trying to figure out when I had to stop working on the project was how I was going to mount everything. The earlier developed versions of the 3MS were really designed to be mounted to an extrusion, which worked well for an open frame printer, but all of my printers are enclosed. But one of the printed parts that we have here is the base for the SKR. And this is available in either a flat bottom version, which is what I have, so that the 3MS can just sit on something, or there is a version of this that will mount to extrusion. So whichever arrangement works best for you, there is a base that will work for that. And then you have these modular extruder bays. So if you were building a smaller system where you only had, let's say, 2 filament drives, you could do this kind of thing. Or, I'm going to build the 4-lane system, and these just slot in like so. And then there are these holders where that mounts. Again, this could be mounted to some extrusion. The idea is that you can mount all of this on top of the SKR and have just one modular unit. So I've got Christopher's kit. I've got all of the parts printed. These are available on printables. There's also a number of modified versions available. People are doing some remixes as well as posting up things like filament buffers. So if you're interested in the 3MS, I would check out 3MS parts on printables because there's a lot of expansion happening. So I'm going to get this put together and we'll get Happy Hair loaded on one of my machines and see what I can do with it. So thanks for hanging in there if you've been waiting for this build to start again. As I said, there were just a number of things that came up, but I really want to get this done so I can start doing some multicolored printing. So stay tuned for the next part, which will be coming way sooner than this one did, and I will have more 3MS content coming soon.